Today, very shocking update. Zach and Tori Roloff's 4-year-old daughter Lilah to undergo surgery for sleep apnea. But why? And Zach Roloff doing big things without Tori. What did Jack Rolfe do? And fans in uproar over Lilah Roloff's latest treatment. But why? I will explain everything. Never miss this video. Hello viewers, I am Tenna. Welcome to our new video. Before going to the main topic, I would like to say, like this video, and please subscribe to the channel. Zach and Tori Roloff's 4-year-old daughter Lilah to undergo surgery for sleep apnea. But why? Zach and Tori Roloff are getting ready for their daughter Lilah, who is 4 years old, to have surgery to treat her sleep apnea. The former cast members of the popular TLC program Little People, Big World revealed in March that their daughter had been given a diagnosis of moderate form of sleep apnea following a sleep testing. And on the first episode of their podcast's second season, Raising Heights on May 16th, the parents of 3, who also have sons, Josiah Luke, 2, and Jackson Kyle, 7, shared an update on Lilah's impending surgery with Zach and Tori. Lilah needs to have her tonsils and adenoids removed, we learned. The 33-year-old Tori says that will be enjoyable. Adding, so she'll have that at the end of the month, is Zach, 34. Tori adds, and I think Saya is going to be right behind her. Before describing her belief that those with dwarfism had a higher possibility of requiring the removal of their tonsils and adenoids. While Zach adds, Jackson's is very minor, Tori observes that all of their children suffer from sleep apnea. But Lilah has severe sleep apnea, and so they're gonna take her tonsils and adenoids out, which I am a little nervous about, Tori states. Her waking up out of anesthesia is gonna be tough, said Zach. That being said, we were taken aback by her sleep study. Nothing was done at her sleep study. Because Jackson's prior experience with anesthesia wasn't satisfactory, Zach and Tori say they are anxious about Lilah having to undergo it. Jackson woke up both times pretty terribly, and it wasn't until we got home that he was finally able to relax and kinda sit and be okay, Tori shares. Lilah is being held overnight. Where is she? And I'm a little anxious about that because it seems like you simply want to go home. The hospital is not where you want to stay. Being in your own bed is all you want. There are some heightened stuff that can happen to people with dwarfism. So Tori says she hopes to ask a couple questions regarding the anesthetic during Lilah's follow-up session before her surgery. Zach and Tori, who got married in July 2015, formally left Little People, Big World in April after 25 seasons. Since the start of the show in 2006, Zach, the son of Amy and Matt Roloff, has been a cast member. We're finished. In an earlier episode of their Raising Heights podcast, Tori declared, that chapter, that portion of our lives, is closed. I think the chapter has closed regardless of us being asked back or not, Zach continued. Tori and Zach have been concentrating on raising their 3 kids since departing the show. Last but not least, Tori posted a photo of her son Josiah's first haircut on Instagram. Before, after sat in the chat, the curls have departed. Observing Josiah have his first haircut was a bittersweet occasion, but there are no regrets. He could get cuter, who knew? Regards, Courtney McKay 123. Your politeness and patience made this a lot of fun. To Tori's post, she wrote, I love you. Naturally, people quickly began pointing out how much Josiah's new hairstyle reminded them of Zach himself. Zach Roloff doing big things without Tori. What did Jack Rolfe do? Star Zach Roloff of Little People, Big World recently deviated from the plan and pursued his own interests apart from his wife, Tori Roloff. What, therefore, did he do this time that was entirely independent? Despite being married for several years, Zach and Tori Roloff are very different from one another. Their methods for carrying out tasks and solving issues are 2 examples of these significant distinctions. Tori Roloff, who uses their children as an example, is meticulous and pays close attention to even the tiniest aspects to establish a more intimate connection. Zach Roloff is all about doing things as quickly and efficiently as possible, which is effective, but he frequently lacks Tori's sense of style. Zach Roloff just went wild and did his own thing, according to his most recent updates. In particular, he created a social media trailer in which he reenacted a voiceover that read, "I adore your daughter. What can I get from you? Absolutely nothing. Only this." Next, Zach included a brief collage of all the adventures he and Tori Roloff have had, including the antics they have engaged in with their kids. Zach Roloff wrote the following as the caption for this video project: "I didn't have any help from Tori. Be non-judgmental. However, I believe I got the timing just right, winky face." Reels and other family updates are usually filmed and shared online by Tori Roloff, as viewers of Little People, Big World are already aware. Therefore, many fans found Zach joining in on the fun to be a pleasant change of pace. Many fans of Little People, Big World praised Zach in the comments area of this latest update for his excellent work in creating this clip, and many others had even more to say. "You did a fantastic job." One Little People, Big World admirer commented. Another commenter added, "This is extremely fantastic. Amazing work, Zach." A third individual likewise said, "Wonderful. You guys are much missed on television." Zach and Tori frequently post things online that fans of Little People, Big World disagree with. Zach's admirers weren't afraid to tell him that he did a fantastic job in this instance. Fans in uproar over Lilah Roloff's latest treatment, but why? Recently, fans of Little People, Big World, were once again outraged by Tori Roloff's continued treatment of Lilah Roloff, her middle child. What, then, transpired recently to make the fan base so furious? Over the years, viewers of Little People, Big World have frequently criticized Tori and Zach Roloff for their perceived bias in the way they raise and treat their kids. In the eyes of the public, Jackson Roloff is the obvious favorite, followed by Josiah, leaving Lilah out in the cold and forgotten. Little People, Big World fans have long called attention to this, even though Tori and Zach Roloff may not even be aware of it. Lilah was a flight attendant, and Jackson and Josiah dressed as pilots during recent Halloween festivities, and some also pointed out the sexist overtones in this. Raising Heights, the podcast run by Tori and Zach Roloff, has been in operation for a while. They focus their energies on this new endeavor after formally leaving Little People Big World for good. And people are still watching to hear what they have to say. A recent episode featured Tori Roloff discussing Lilah Roloff. The mother of three mentioned that Lilah had cut her own hair and tampered with scissors. Lilah has also been impulsive and hasn't learned from her mistakes, Tori continued. The Little People, Big World mother also claimed that she made Lilah cry after asking her if she was a bad girl, as if that weren't awful enough. Little People, Big World supporters were furious with Tori Roloff for her ongoing mistreatment of Lilah Roloff after this most recent podcast episode. Fans may recall Tori telling Lilah she couldn't use the restroom during dance class, which made her feel humiliated. Consequently, Lilah had an accident in class. During this latest episode of the Raising Heights podcast, Tori made a confession regarding Lilah, which infuriated fans. If Lilah is being terrible, perhaps she's just trying to attract the attention of her foolish, self-centered, and uninformed parents, one commentator suggested. Well done, Tori, for frightening the kids. By the way, please stop your show. Don't forget about your kids. See a therapist to help you work through your problems. Lilah, poor her. Every picture of her shows sadness. God forbid that Tori investigates her parenting decisions to determine how she can be better so Lilah can be better, a second commenter said. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.